organizing this nice conference. And then I would like to back with some old result about Synnøve-Gordon equations. And in fact, today I will speak about the following equations. SH omega cos omega is 0 where phi on R2, in fact it is local in C, holomorphic, and with constant k minus 1, 0, 1. And then, sorry, and this equation is in fact the integrability conditions for a large family of CMC surfaces. And it is this in fact, let's take the case when k is plus 1. K is plus 1, then this is in fact Gauss-Kodadzi equations for CMC from R2 to R3 H1/2 surfaces, mean curvature surfaces. And this is the Gauss equation, and the fact that it is holomorphic encodes the Kodadzi equation, and this for, in fact, some conformal parametrizations with ds square in R3. This means that given such given omega phi which satisfies this system, then there exists y with h with ds square. The metric is 4 phi exponential 2 omega dz square, and G with a Gauss map, which is in fact harmonic. And the fact that the Gauss map is harmonic says that G satisfies the following equations: 2G bar 1 plus G square GZ bar is 0, and the Hopf equations given by phi dz square is given by 1 for the derivative in x square minus gy square minus 2e gx gy, okay, dz square. This is quadratic Hopf differential. And in fact, what we are looking for, it is for the conformal parametrization of these surfaces, okay? And so there is a second geometric situation. One times you have G, 2, then it's conformal, conformal parametrization. And with G harmonic, you can look for X, which is G over H from R2 into S2 cross R, okay? And conformal immersion. This means that in fact Gx square plus Hx square is Gy square plus Hy square, and Gx Gy plus Hx Hy is 0. H is a real coordinate, real, okay? And this it is in the metric of S2. And when you look for this conformal immersion and minimal, this means that H is a real harmonic function, and in fact Hz square, H is given by real part of minus 2y, the Hopf differential of G, huh? Because hz square is minus Q, G. And in fact, once times you give omega and phi holomorphic, you have this local immersion in R3 and this local immersion in S2 cross R, and all is absolutely depending on the solution of the system. And then is related to, in fact, harmonic map. This is a harmonic equation. And in fact, this is a little bit more general, because it can, what happens for maybe, and then I would like to say something more, that the metric here has changed, is 4 phi cos square omega dz square. And the third coordinate of the normal is tangent hyperbolic omega is n3, which are data which are in fact geometric. And then I would like to say that given an harmonic map, simply harmonic map G from R2 into a two-dimensional surface of constant curvature kappa. Kappa is minus 0, 1, and it is H2, S2, or R2. H2, R2, or S2. Then we recover a solution of this system by setting log d gz over gz bar, and we can see in some paper of Rickson and Yao in 82 on univalent map that in fact Buckner's formula, Buckner type formula implies that derivative omega imply the set star. And when k is minus 1, then we have the system étoile is Gauss-Codazzi again. Gauss-Codazzi equation of CMC surfaces in Lorentzian space, L21, with Minkowski, H is 1/2. The metric is always the same, exponential 2 omega 4 phi dz square. And G this time is in fact an harmonic map into the hyperbolic plane. And we only, among this equation, we change only the sign minus plus by plus minus. And x, which is G and the real of minus 2i square root of q is a minimal conformal minimal immersion in H2 cross R. H is 0. And then, in fact, with the same object, we have a lot of different geometric situations in the isometric way. And of course, kappa is 0, we recover minimal immersions. Then maybe we can begin by simplify this equation and remark. When hz square is without 0, it means that Hopf differential phi is a holomorphic function without 0. Then we can find a conformal parametrizations conformal parametrization such that Q is 1/4 dz square. And this means that if we have, for example, the y0, y1, xy is parametrizations of x, then we can parameterize in such a way, for example, minimal annuli bounded by curves in parallel plane in such a way that, in fact, the parametrization is given by its third coordinate, in fact. Okay, and the third coordinate give this reparametrization of Q, and this is very interesting. And we have some annuli when, in fact, G annulus when we are able to solve a period problem for a period tau. This give you an annulus period problem. And in fact, my goal today is to look for study the space moduli of Synnage-Gordon equations, and mu is the space moduli of solution étoile, and to compare versus to the space moduli of I would like to say minimal or CMC annuli in all these situations. And when you look for space moduli, then in fact you want to look for deformations. And how we can deform all these surfaces, and what we can and how can we follow all these deformations. And the first, then, in fact, we have mu like that, and let's see what happens for the tangent plane. And in fact, if we have deformations of solution of Synnage-Gordon equations, then the U, which is in mu, then U will satisfy what we call linearized Synnage-Gordon equation, which is cos square omega U is 0, and I assume is here that phi is 1/4. Okay. And then U is a solution of this nice equation. And in fact, the theory tells you that you are able to construct easily an infinite number of solutions of linearized Synnage-Gordon equation by procedure called Backlund procedure. Then if you begin with some solution of LU is 0, you can solve a new equations which is UZ and theta Z bar, which is minus U cos omega SH omega, and I will put the K minus 101, and in fact V, or yes, V, which is U, this one ZZ minus omega Z theta, is a new solution solve linearized Synnage-Gordon equations. Okay, and this is quite it is. I will give some examples, because if not, we will not understand nothing. And in fact, we are looking for a linearization Gauss-Codazzi equations. And next we
Is that trivial that it is a new solution?
the question is new or solution?
V. That V is different from U.
Okay, well, let's wait for a minute. Wait for some minutes. Then examples. Maybe, maybe not. Huh? It depends the case. Then when U is omega x, okay, and U is omega y are two solutions of linearized Sinus-Gordon equation. It is only derivate, this equation, okay, derivate and give you L SG for these two equations. Then we complexify this solution and we say U is omega z is a complex Jacobi fields. And in fact, I call that U1 and I put phi1 is 2 omega z square. Okay? 2 omega z square, and I obtain a new solution which is omega zz minus 2 omega z cube. Okay, and it is again a solution of Sinus-Gordon equation. And after you can see that the phi2 is 2u1 u2 minus u1z plus u1 4, and you obtain u3 which begin by omega z. And I will something at the 5 order terms, but algebraic expression is not nothing. Huh? And then in fact we have a hierarchy. This is called a hierarchy of solution of linearized Sinus-Gordon equation. And the games now is to look, first question, can we integrate these fields to get solution of Sinus-Gordon equation, and after can we integrate this field in deformation of minimal surfaces, and the question is keeping the period and unbending or Alexandrov unbending. Okay, that's the games. And in fact, then I will tell you geometrically what happens. X, okay, is gy third coordinate. And if phi is a Jacobi field, then phi satisfy Laplacian phi plus kappa plus 2 nabla omega square over cos square omega phi is 0, and phi is a normal Jacobi field. X plus t phi the normal. And in fact, the variation, when I'm looking for this variation, I'm looking for a normal variation, which is not horizontal variation. And in fact, it is extremely not really nice, because we will lose our parametrization by third coordinate. And this means that we will lose, in fact, the Sinus-Gordon equation. Then we want to correct this deformation by looking for horizontal one. And to produce that, what we will find, it is an horizontal field to have corrections. Then this we look for a function p along xy plus a function q along. Okay, well, yes, I will let q like that for the moment. Plus 2t square in such a way that the xt, okay, will be a deformation in harmonic function, and the third coordinate will be always the same. And to do that, in fact, we want to keep that Q, okay, which is the Hopf differential of the harmonic map, will stay constant, 1,4, okay, plus tau t, small tau t. I want to think into quadratic thing. Okay? And now I have to turn my... Okay. And to do that, recall that x, in fact, is gx0, and xy is gy1, okay? Then, in fact, when you look for the deformation along the third coordinate, when you look for xt free, okay, then this condition reformulate as phi n free plus q, which is phi tangent hyperbolic omega plus q is 0. And giving phi is completely determine the q part. And to get for the second one, px, I will give you the formula. Cotangent hyperbolic omega y, and py is tangent hyperbolic omega phi, something like that. Okay? And in fact, to get, when you have a variation of the Synnage-Gordon equation, then u is exactly p omega x plus phi omega y tangent hyperbolique omega plus phi y. Okay? And this relates, in fact, the geometric Jacobi fields, which is deformation of the surfaces, and the linearized Synnage-Gordon equation fields. Then, again, example. Look for u is omega x, okay? P is 1, and phi is 0. This means that the first Jacobi field is only a reparametrization of the surfaces. Second, u is y, p is 0, and phi is tangent hyperbolic omega, which is n free. Okay, and you can compute here exactly this. And now come to the picture, very nice theorem from Schiffmann in 56. And for the minimal surfaces in R3, 56, and myself in 01 for the case kappa minus 1 and kappa plus 1, and this is for kappa is 0. And which says that, in fact, if I'm looking now a Jacobi field, which is cos square omega, then what I'm looking for an annulus. And I take a plane line, and I cut the annulus by a plane. And I'm looking for the extrinsic derivative of these curves. And I make the derivative along x. This is x, the curvature of the curves, which is in fact x, g, x, y, fixed y. Okay? This is and Schiffmann proved in fact that it is a Jacobi field because Laplacian omega is 0. And after I proved that for Synnage-Gordon it is a game, it is the same, and this can be as some nice formula in function is a Jacobi field. And a long time ago, maybe at the end of the last century, Joaquim Perez tell me that, in fact, this come from Cordovec de Vries equations, and a long time ago, but and u, which is d omega dt, in fact, is minus 2 real part of omega z z z z minus 2 omega z cube minus omega x4. And then this means that this Jacobi field here is completely understood in the second flow of this algebraic deformations. And in fact, we see that if phi is what we have to see is that if phi, it is interesting because if phi is 0, this means that the surface is foliated by circles. Phi is 0, then annually foliated by circles, and this it is at the beginning of the understanding of the geometry of Riemann examples construct in the 19th century. And in fact, this has been there is some relation with the index of form compact annuli bounded by two circles, gamma 1, gamma 2 circles. Then this implies that phi is 0 on boundary, and four vertex theorem imply that phi has at least 4 nodal domains. Then, if the index of the annulus is less than 1, then your annulus is foliated by circles. And there is some, and this is true in H2. Then two compact annuli bounded by round circle in H2 crosshair compact is foliated by circles. And we don't know for we would like, in fact, what it is not clear now is determine the index of annuli bounded by convex curves. And in fact, what we would like to know is consider two convex curves in parallel plane, and say, for example, that these two curves bound 0, 1, or at least 0, 1, or 2 compact annuli. And this is a theorem in R3 of mix and white, but the point is that we need to get to say, for example, to have this theorem that the index of such annuli is at most 1, which is true in R3, but it is, I don't know how to get this result in H2 crosshair. And for example, for K is for K minus 1, it is minus 1. For K is 1, we have two circles can bound an infinite number of index, and there is no bound for the index in the case where kappa is greater than 0, in fact. And this is interesting theorem for under the stability and the geometry. And the definition now is that something which is called finite type, and we will ask to the question of Paul. And finite type is when the kernel of the linearized Synnage-Gordon equation is finite. Is finite dimensional. What happens in this hierarchy? Then after one moment, the first Jacobi fields are linear combinaison of themselves, and then this implies that there exists natural number such that sum of ai ui plus bi ui bar is 0 for I is 0 and 1, and this is called n here, n is a name of the genus of the spectral curves, an algebraic object introduced by Hitchin in 1999, the spectral curves. And in fact, the spectral curves is a very useful algebraic structure to parameterize, in fact, both the space moduli of Synnage-Gordon equation and annulus. But I will not tell a lot. I will say only that when G is 0, then this implies that omega is 0. Okay, and it is a flat plane, geodesic plane, gamma cross R. It is cylinder, Clifford tori in S3, and geodesic cross R in S2 cross R, and so on. G is 1. Then omega depends only on one variable. And then we can find helicoid, nodoid, onduloid, and every and CMC tori in S3, CMC tori in S3, embedded, which is rotational invariant. And G is 2. G is 2. You have, roughly speaking, the surface which are foliated by circles, and then Riemann examples, and a two-parameter family in S2 cross R, and we have 20 tori, which are all in this family, 20 tori. And in fact, when you look, some of them are embedded, other one not. There is torus or annuli. And in fact, for the moment, all examples that we are interested in are in this small family of genus 2. You want something embedded, look under this G0, 1, or 2 algebraic family, and you can find very interesting examples, and you can find something surprising sometimes. And in fact, there is a machinery of called integrable system, which say the following. He says that if omega has finite type, then the Jacobi fields U1, UN integrate in long time existence. Okay, and the corresponding phi1, phi-n integrate in long time existence, preserving the period. If you have a period at the beginning, if you are an annulus or a torus, you have a deformation of annulus or torus. And if How to say that? That in fact, to this condition, étoile, étoile, we can associate, we can say a polynomial, and if this polynomial has only simple roots, then the annulus that you are looking for is quasi-periodic. Okay, it is a set of quasi-periodic objects. Then you have a lot of bifurcation. But in fact, in long time existence, this means that it's not so simple as Ricci flow, because when you follow the flow, then in fact you never converge to the round circles. In fact, this equation, Cordovec-de Vries equation, keep the level of energy of your solutions. At the contrary of the heat equation, which decrease the energy. It is a decreasing energy. And then you are, this is absolutely, thanks to understand. Okay, then integrating U2, for example, never converge to the genus 1 solution or something interesting. And the problem is understand. Problem is understand the solution, the relationships, understand the relationships between the condition étoile-étoile and period problem. Period problem, and we'll tell you we know very well that. Okay, and to be simple, in fact, the question is, when you look, for example, G is 0 solution, G is 1. G is 1. For example, cylinder, onduloid, nodoid, and here, Wenti tori. Or, flat plane, caténoid, helicoid, or Riemann staircase. Or, geodesic crosser, onduloid, and helicoid in S2 crosser, and family, well, or Clifford tori, CMC tori, and something. And the question is, can we bifurcate? Okay? And then I have a toy. It is theorem of myself and Rodiak. And we was looking some free boundary problem at this time. We was in condition of looking, for example, Laplacian G is 0 and G is 1. And I say dg d nu cross G is 0 for G in R2 to from an annuli, in fact, into C. Okay, but in fact I will say that dg d nu is you know, something which is lambda x G on the boundary. But lambda is not constant like Steklov eigenvalue, it is a function. And then, in fact, when you look for this solution, it is something related to Gisborne-Landau equations. And then you can see that you can complete the function g to get when q is 1, 4, in the case of where we are looking for. In fact, to look for the for minimal annuli bounded by 2 circles, okay? And then there is 2 circles. One is stable and the other one in unstable. And then after we look for the uniqueness of this solution, and in fact we find some bifurcations keeping the boundary fixed. And then we found something, in fact, the theorem with Rodiak, theorem with Rodiak. It was for me it was a very surprising result that the double cover, for example, the double cover of the catenoid unstable bifurcate to an example, to an annulus non-foliated by circles. And this means that when I make twice turn, okay, the stable is it cannot bifurcate, but the unstable bifurcate with 8 curves and bounded by two covering of circles. Okay. And the question is, these solutions are finite type or not? And but it is under my scope today.
Sorry, the example what?
Huh?
What did you say last?
It is finite type or not? And it is, in fact, it is a boundary preserved problem under bifurcations. Okay, and then the finite theory. In the finite theory, say in fact that when you are looking the possibility to bifurcate, in fact you can navigate in this space of finite type, navigate into mu. Okay, and related to this theory, we have the first theorem using such tools is Mix-Perez-Ross, saying that uniqueness remains uniqueness example beside properly embedded annuli with infinite number of flat ends, imply that the only genus 2 family come into this picture. It's come from properly embedded, and I have with Kilian and Schmidt following uniqueness theorem. Kilian Schmidt. We say that minimal annuli properly embedded in S2 crosser are foliated by circles. And hence spectral genus 0, 1, or 2. And we have with another result, we can reprove by the Brendel's theorem, Brendel's Andrews-Lee theorem, says that the only properly minimal and CMC tori in S3 Alexandrov embedded are tori of revolution, and I would like add annuli of bonded curvature. Alexandrov embedded in S3 are rotational too. Alexandrov embedded means that the object is a boundary of some free manifolds, and this has been very well used by Rob, introduced by Rob, and this is very it is a very interesting property. And to understand, in fact, what we know is that CMC H1 in R3 isometric to minimal surface in S3. Okay, and then the same omega define different surfaces. And now I would like to explain why in S2 crosshair, okay, the surface, the examples bifurcate in genus 2 family, and in S3 is only bifurcate in genus 1 family. What is the point? And the point is that, in fact, the way to bifurcate some family depends on the length of the period. Okay, for example, some omega define different surface due to period problem. And in fact, what you see when omega is 0, the period is 2 pi, is the length of 2 pi, and in Clifford tori, omega is 0,2, and the period is square root of 2 pi, and in fact, the period when you are looking for uniqueness of these examples, first you can only manage one period at the same time. Then the idea is we will keep this period closed, and after we will consider the annulus, which is an infinite covering of the torus. Okay? And after we will want in fact bifurcate into the family, keeping only one period closed. Okay, and if the period is short, and in fact, more the period is longer, and more you can find bifurcations. Like the catenoid, when you cover twice, the period is longer, then you can find bifurcations. But when the period is smaller, there is no possibility to bifurcate. And this, because the period is strictly smaller than this one, than 2 pi, that in fact the Clifford torus and the rotational CMC tori cannot bifurcate. There is no way to find a bifurcation into genus 2 family, keeping the period. But if you look on the Clifford torus, this curve, which is in fact a Villarceau circle, something like that, you see. When you look Villarceau circle, a Villarceau circle has length 2 pi into the Clifford torus, then you can find a bifurcation of genus 2. On the bifurcation, you can keep this period closed, and try cover the Clifford tori infinite number of times to get an annulus. But in fact, when you keep this period closed and consider this annulus is not more Alexandrov embedded. To get some Alexandrov embedded annuli, you can always keep this period and the other one period the shortest one. In fact, embedded object has the shortest period possible. And when we back some larger period, we can find bifurcations. And in fact, our theorem with Kilian-Schmidt is to prove that we can navigate in the space moduli of solutions, keeping, in fact, period closed and Alexandrov embedded property. Because, in fact, this gives the quasi-periodic object says that you are need to find a topology between the object which is weaker and which not preserve the embedded, but Alexandrov embedded object. Okay. And there remains 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, I would like to tell you another, this was only for kappa is 1, and now for kappa is -1. Okay? What we can see that for CMC surfaces into L21 Minkowski, in fact, with ds square is 4 phi exponential 2 omega dz square. Okay, we can, if we look something with horizontal and vertical coordinate, then G, as I say, is harmonic. And in fact, there is a theorem of Mira, Fernandez, and Daniel. Which say that we can use this horizontal coordinate associated with the real functions to get a minimal immersion in the Heisenberg space. And there is an isometric relations with CMC surfaces in H2 crosser. CMC H is 1F. And again, we can redo to explain all this this library of catenoid, helicoids, and I don't know if there is some how to say Riemann examples. We have only genius 1 and genius 0 examples. For example, we find a result of Benoit Daniel proves that if I have X in nil-free, which has the structure of Lie group, and then we look for the Gauss map, the Gauss map in S2 in the Lie algebra of nil-free, then in fact G satisfy harmonic map equations. Okay, and when G is 1, this is a degenerate problem. He says that the tangent plane is vertical. And then, in fact, we produce some examples. And this is interesting because, in fact, G is viewed to value in S2, and S2 is viewed come two copy of the hyperbolic plane. But it is the same Gauss map, and the game is to find catenoids, helicoids, satisfying examples which are properly embedded in this space. And in fact, we find with Benoit, in S2 a Gauss map G, which is given by exponential alpha v plus e function e, which is phi prime square minus alpha square is cos square phi, is a solution which integrates to horizontal annuli without any symmetry. There is no symmetry. The curves looks something ovaloid. And in fact, all the symmetry are contained in the Gauss map for this theory. And I would like to tell you that this, in fact, in this theory, there is an interesting new equation of Sy-Nash-Gordon type, looking for spinor. We can express the Gauss map by the quotient of two functions, complex functions, which satisfies the Dirac equations d phi z bar minus u phi 2 and d phi 2 dz plus u phi 1 is 0, where u is in fact given by h2, I would like to say the metric plus e n free e de alpha, ds square is e alpha. This is a potential, we call it potential of Dirac equations. This is a work of Taimanov and Birdinsky. And looking for saying that this is exponential W2, this give W satisfy an equation of Sy-Nash-Gordon type which is a complex and not real solutions. And the interesting theorem they have is that in air-free, U is the potential of Dirac equation, and this potential explains the Willmore energy in air-free. The Willmore energy is h squared dA, and in fact it is the given by the Dirac equation, which is by the norm of the potential of the Dirac equation. And in this case, this modified Dirac equation is given by this energy, and they prove that beside rotational surfaces, the CMC sphere attains a mean of W with level of energy pi. And the question here is, can we prove that besides any sphere, rotational sphere, sorry. Okay, and the question is prove that the minimum of the energy is attained besides the whole set of sphere in S3. And this is a very nice problem linked to this equation, in fact. Okay, thanks.